Okay. Change oil and filter day. And I've got the essentials. These crush washers that go on the nut. You take off the bottom to drain the oil out. You've got to put these copper crush things on. So I've got these. If you can see that, that's oil filter. And most importantly, some of this good stuff. So, next thing I do, first set the camera up at a good enough angle. Got my Allen key. Got a wide jaw spanner here that I'm going to take the filter off with, the widest one I could find, and an old bucket. You see that's hopefully that fits under there. That's good. Yeah, so let's get my hand in there now. I've already loosened off this little bit to drain. Here we go. Best to do it by fingers once you've got it really loose. There we go. It's going to get messy in a minute. There we go. Nicely draining out. To give this a good clean up. And to check if there's pieces of metal on there. Small pieces are fine. Don't want no big pieces of metal, that's not a good sign. Seems okay. You can see that. There's a magnet on there and it collects all the pieces, fragments of metal from the wear and tear on the engine. As long as you haven't got great big chunks, you're alright. I'll give this a good clean and I'll show you that washer I need to replace. Give this a clean up. This was awkward to get off when I was loosening it before I started the video. I just loosened up a little bit. Whoever did it before really cranked it up. It's very difficult, but it went in the end. And there's that crush washer there. It's not a good idea to reuse them. If you have to, if you haven't got one, turn it over the other way. Remember which way it come out, so when you take it off, spin it over, put it back on, but you don't really want to be doing that. You know, these things are cheap enough to buy before you do all this stuff. So, they come in packs of 2, ready for next time. So yeah, just clean this up. Whilst that's draining out, it's still dribbling away. Make sure that thread is clean as well. I'm going to put that down there a minute and get the new washer I'm going to use of it. Make sure it's plenty of cloths you need to keep your hands sort of clean. Right, take one of these out. I'm happy this is all clean. Which I am, it's pretty damn good. Considering it's done 17,000 miles, this Streetfighter. That pops back on there. That's ready to go back on when we're reassembling. I'm going to pop that just over there a minute. Now, let's get this filter off. Now I've used this wide jaw spanner to loosen it up. I'm hoping now I can take it off by hand, which I can. Needs a bit more loosening. Okay. See, I was always led to believe these things were meant to be put on hand tight when you were placing them. This thing's going now. You can buy proper tools to take these things off, but if you've got something like this in your toolkit, you might want to give it a go, because you're not going to use this filter again, so it doesn't matter if it gets a bit chewed up. Making progress now. Yeah, as soon as I say that. It's like the commentator's curse. Right, here we go. Here we go, that's it now. Lovely, that should be okay to take off by hand now. A bit more gunk come out of there. Oh yeah. There you go. Just going to drop that straight in there. I'm going to be dealing with that one again. Just going to pause the video, I'll wait for it to fully drain, and then I'll restart again to the remote. Okay, it's had a bit of a while now to drain out properly. I've cleaned where the oil filter was removed from, just the seal there, around the thread. Just give it a little bit of a clean up, like we did with the drain plug thread. Now we want to put drain plug back in. I'm going to slide this out. I'm going to put a little bit of cardboard underneath the bike just so I don't get no oil on the garage floor, because there are still a few drips coming from the bolt. So let's get that out of the way. Okay. Now here's the drain screw plug, whatever you want to call it, with the new washer on, new crush washer. Hope my head's not in the way of this. Let's try and get this over here. Let's check. Okay. Let's get a bit more of a clean down there. Just clean that out nice and good. Time to put this one back in. There is a Ducati set for 2 Newton meters for the torque wrench setting on this, but I haven't got a torque wrench, so I'm just doing it good and tight for now. And I'll probably take it to my local bike garage just to check, get them to crank it on their torque wrench, but just to make sure it's not leaking, I'll keep an eye on it. Now it's time for us to get the oil filter on. Okay. With these, you need to put a little bit of oil around the seal. Crack one of these open. You just need to lubricate the seal, make sure your finger's clean. Just rub some around the top of the seal here. Most people, when they do oil change, pre-fill the filter. it's 3.5 or just over 3.5 litres of oil goes into these gearboxes, which I think in US is 3.7 quarts. So yeah, so we've got that sealed in there. Hopefully it's going to create a nice bonding seal there. These are hand tight. Checked online. Quick check with most people. They're all saying just do it hand tight. That's what I always used to do on my cars and bikes. It's never been anything different. So I'm just going to keep spinning it until it feels it's good and firm. And that feels good. See, after you do work like this, you always check for leaks. Feels like it's created a good seal there. Next thing we need to do is get that oil cap off. Start putting in the 3.5 litres. Hopefully nothing drips out the bottom here. If it does, I won't upload this video. Let's change the camera angle. I'll be back in a second. Okay. So let's get this oil cap off. Also, we'll give that a little clean. So in there, if I can find my cloth. As we go along, it's always good practice to clean all the seals. Make sure when you put them back together you're happy. Everything look right. Okay, put that down safe there. Let's get the funnel in. Start pouring away. Now we put a bit in that filter, haven't we? So this is the first litre going in. Like I say, it's about, it is 3.5 litres UK for this bike. When we get the 3.5 litres in, we're going to start the bike up, let the oil light go off, turn the bike off, give it time to settle down a little bit so all the oil's moved around the engine, settle back into the lower bay, and then you take a reading on your sight glass at the side of the casing and make sure that you're between the levels on that sight glass. It's just down here, you've got two markers, and that's what you're aiming for. So I'm going to leave you now. There's no point in you watching me put 3.5 litres in here. Catch you next time. Thanks for watching, and stay safe, ride safe. Please subscribe, like and share, all that sort of jazz. Thanks very much. Bye. Quick update. Put the oil in. Just going to show you the sight glass here. Stand the bike up straight. I ran the bike until the oil light went off. It's only a couple of seconds. You'll see your oil light go off. And then you see it set for a while, let it wait, for about 2 minutes. And then I've done this check to make sure it's between the two levels. As you can see, there's the two markers on the side there. And with it flat, it's just about halfway. want it between the two. Could have a bit more in there if I wanted to. And importantly, no drips. Nothing dripping out of the bottom there from the bits I've tightened up. So yeah, thanks. I'll see you again. Bye.